Welcome to Chapter 1, Section 3, Revit Units. In this section, we're going to be talking about how to specify and set your project units in a Revit file. Before I start to show you how to do that, though, I do want to say that, generally speaking, Revit is really one of those softwares that when you use it out of the box, it functions very well. And so I'm showing you how to set your project units so you know how. But generally, they're going to be set and ready for you to go even within a blank file. Okay, so you don't need to worry about it very much, but you do need to know how to do it. So I'm going to start a new file here, and I'm going to click on New, and I'm going to choose the architectural template, and I'm going to hit OK. And to set our project units, there's a couple of ways we can go about it, just like everything else in Revit. I can keyboard shortcut to set the units, and I can also use an icon to do it. So I'm going to go up to Manage here, click on the Manage tab, and I'm going to click on Project Units here, click, and my Units dialog box pops up. To set the units here, I can choose Length, click on the Length button, and I can change whatever I need to change here, okay? Maybe the one thing that I might do here is change this rounding to 1/8 of an inch. Okay, I hit OK again, and my project units have been updated, all right? Now, I can also type UN on the keyboard, and that same dialog box pops up. I want to clarify one thing with what I did by changing the rounding of my length. I'm going to click on that again. By changing the rounding, I didn't change the precision of my drawing, meaning I can still draw things to the 1/32 of an inch, even though the rounding is set to 1/8. The rounding is just what my dimension will show when I dimension things in my project, not what they're actually drawn to, okay? So good practice is you draw things the size that they are, you dimension them, and the dimensions should, right? I say should a lot with technology, illustrate that dimension correctly. If the dimension is showing something that is a little odd and maybe you don't want to correct it quite yet, you could change the rounding so it shows correctly. Okay? The common discipline is for architectural drawings, so if we have this set to common, things should be working very well for you if you're working in an architectural profession, or contractors, same type of project units. If we change this to HVAC, for example, right, then all of the HVAC units, which look like Japanese to me right now, right, should be correct here as well, okay? So we're just going to make sure this is common, and we're going to set our units appropriately, but I'm really not even going to set any of these because, like I said before, Revit does a good job of having them set correctly and making sure that they're the right way when you start a drawing, okay? This ends Section 3, setting your Revit units.